There we go. You didn't want to start.
Hello, everybody. It is
Cold and snowy.
Weekly Dose. I bet some of you are surprised I'm here. That's only because somebody picked me up and is taking me home.
I wasn't doing this by myself.
I didn't drive. Y'all know that. I don't do the snow. I just as soon hibernate. Nothing wrong with cabin fever as far as I'm concerned. It's a bonus. But anyway, we're here. It's cold. There is, that white stuff on the ground. And I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist because somebody else is driving me around. Okay.
Would you like your hat?
Around the bend? Or?
Oh, I drive her around the bend all the time.
I
This is
cannot
extra special.
acknowledge any of those things today. She's my ride home. So, yes, that's I got a brand new pair of roller skates. Anyway.
You got me a hot chocolate, so we're
Yes,
good.
I did. Yes, I did. Okay, so, announcements. Some announcements. We've got a few.
Yeah.
Valentine's fabric sale is running up until February the 14th, 30% off.
Valentine's Day.
Which is Valentine's Day. So if you like to make little gifts for your family for Valentine, pillows, a special little blanket for the bed, now's the time to come in and do it, and you're really going to have to get this out because, the 14th is 10 days away.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, exactly. And a demo sale. We do have the demo sale on for February as long as the machines last. So if there was one you specifically wanted, don't wait. Come on in, have a look, try them out, and take it out of the store. It's all yours.
Well, we got to pay for it first.
Well, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do prefer to exchange the machine for some form of fund. But yes, absolutely, that is that.
Because if it was just taking it out of the store, I already got my own one.
No, it's mine. Sorry. I'm saving up.
I did took you out for it.
I could. My car isn't worth what this means. That's kind of strange.
To be fair, your car can't do what that machine does.
No, this is very true.
I almost got Ramon to commit to the M17 because he wasn't paying attention. You can catch him, but he wanted me to do some sort of embroidery design on something with the say, and it needs a software to put it together. And so I was telling him that I don't have software and I have to get software. And so he's like, well, how much is the software? And I says, well, it's about $1,000 or whatever, but I do have another way of getting it that's free. And he says, well, then go ahead and do that.
Oh.
And then that.
You know what? If I help you talk him into it, you can let me use it.
Definitely. Okay. But so he goes, yeah, go ahead and get that. And then he stopped for a minute and he goes, how is it free? I says, because it comes free with the M17.
At least he was smart enough to stop and ask.
After he gave me the go-ahead.
Yes.
That was twice. So.
And another announcement. We're going to talk about how the effects.
We've had some questions, and so we figured if a couple people have questions, there'll be a few more, so we figured we'd address it. And then that.
Of how some of the situations, or these situations south of the border is going to affect us.
Okay,
here in the store, you yourself personally, and
we've been asked about fabric, whether it is
going to be tariffs.
Going to be tariffs on it. Okay. So we have talked to our distributor who we get our fabric from, and he has informed us that most of the fabric that they carry, which is what we buy, comes directly from the mills in Korea and Japan type thing. So it comes directly from there to our distributor in Canada, and then it comes to us. It does not go through the United States.
So in those situations,
So in
the greater percentage of our fabric, it will be
Yes.
no tariff.
There may be some changes in pricing,
Yes.
but that is because of
The dollar dropping like a stone.
the dollar dropping like a stone, as to quote our
Yes.
Casey. Tom's with us today. So that's kind of where you'll see a little bit of price fluctuation
Yes.
in regards to fabric, because international trade and all that kind of stuff does work on the U.S.
On the US dollar,
And so if our Canadian dollar's not doing so great, those kind of things. So that kind of stuff in general, just so you know, fabric will not, in our store anyways.
Yes, here.
Because who we deal with will not carry tariff price.
Yes, exactly.
Consequences.
So, just part of, and just so you know and understand, some of these things we will have no control over. What we do, we will do what we normally do here. So, just to let you know that.
So despite all of the
hoopla,
issues
yeah.
and all that kind of stuff, your fabric with us is safe. You will still have the enjoyment of shopping
Yeah,
for fabric.
absolutely. You know, we can all still fulfill that need to purchase fabric that maybe someday might get cut up for something. Because trust me, I've got plenty of fabric that has not yet to see a set of scissors or a rotary cutter. Classes.
Yeah. Classes. We have some classes we have classes coming up, but most of them are full.
That's right. So
It's not until the end of, aside from our sit and sews in both stores and our embroidery club, sit and chatter.
sit and chatter,
Sit and chatter. Okay, they changed it.
stitch and chatter.
Oh, stitch and chatter. Okay. I gotta watch how you say that. So, but beside those, because they're whatever, except for we do have a class.
We do have our pillow class with
It's done.
Lori.
So this is it.
No, you have to show the
Well, I
dark
will,
ones.
and then we've got a lot of the freestanding little things
Aren't
that you
they
get
pretty?
to
The dark
throw
ones.
them on.
I love the
So
dark ones.
that's Friday.
Is that the Valentine project?
Yes, it's the
Tom,
Valentine.
It
project.
is. Yes.
So,
you can tell because it's green.
So that's the two-part
Yep.
class for its embroidery.
Yes.
This Friday is the first class. Next Friday is the second one.
Second.
And then pretty much like all our other classes are full until
The
the end of
27th.
February.
Yeah, the labyrinth.
So we have
The labyrinth on the 27th.
Labyrinth on the 27th, and then what was the other one?
Scrap games on the 28th.
Scrap games on the 28th.
Yes. And
So we have those two. If you want to get into it, because there's
Yeah.
only a couple spots. And
Exactly,
classes
yes.
are filling up, so
I've
register.
never seen them fill up this fast.
Also, I'm doing the free motion.
They're full.
class. I
That
know
it's full, yeah.
But if you're wanting to get into it, send your name in because we are going to be offering
It again?
more sessions in the near future.
Okay.
So you can send your name in to get on a wait list.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
so
good.
if you didn't
Yes.
quite hear that, if you want the free motion, Tom's going to open up more sessions. We just need to know who. Not necessarily like tomorrow type thing, but
Yeah.
send in your thing that you want to get on the wait list, and then as we pick those dates, we'll reach out to you and let you know. But yeah, it's going to be lots of fun.
Yeah. And we had our first return of cake therapy last month, and it will be a regular. So those of you who had fun, was it last week? It was last week.
Yeah, it was
wasn't
last week.
Last week, come on back, come in again, share it with your friends, and come on in. It's a good opportunity to sit down, get some ideas, free pattern, and spend some time with Tom, because that's always fun. It's it'll be funny.
Yeah. The other thing we have coming up are the Husqvarna classes.
Yes.
So there has been a little bit of confusion with those because they are Zoom classes, and so a lot of people are looking for the Zoom registration.
yes.
Okay. If we register it on our system as a Zoom class, that means we send out the Zoom, you'll get this automatic Zoom link, and we're in control.
Yeah.
We're not running these ones. These are done by the educators through Husqvarna. So it is looking like on the calendar a in-person class. So you register just like you would for an in-person class, and then a couple of days before the class, you will be then sent a Zoom link from the educator for attendance. Okay, so don't wait for it to come
It's not
expect
gonna
it right
co- yeah,
away
it won't come,
because it's
yeah.
not coming from us. It's not our automatic system because we are not the one running the class. So there's just been a little bit confusion that people looking for the Zoom registration. It is just a regular class,
Yeah.
and then you'll be sent the Zoom link, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
So,
So
but yeah, they're
hopefully
filling up.
yes, they are.
filling
Yeah.
up.
So,
So
and there is a limit, even though it is a Zoom. There is a limit.
it's just too hard when you get too many people
Yes.
because you get a lot of people asking questions.
Exactly,
and
and you just can't control or keep everything.
you miss. You can't do half of the stuff that you're wanting to teach because there's just
and
too many
so,
questions.
And these are all great classes. So, got my name on every one of them.
There we go.
Okay,
So
so
I think that's it.
you gathered that Tom is with us today, so therefore
It's kind of
he
quiet
is.
today so
I
far.
know. See, the snow affected him too.
No, I think he's just holding it all in, and then it's just going to go, pfft, and then we're all in trouble.
New Year's resolutions. I'm trying to behave.
Yeah,
I don't expect it to last too long.
Yeah.
flip this around. All right, there, Mr. Tom.
Good morning. How's it going today, everybody? As you know, we try to do things to increase your knowledge and understanding of how the different things in our industry work, how our machines and stuff work. Today, we're going to be talking about feed dogs. So don't try and use the machines that these came from because they're all missing right at the moment. Basically, feed dogs have evolved over time, and I don't know if I need to get closer so you can see here. Okay, so this is a very basic set of feed dogs. We've got 3 sections to that feed dog. So the 2 down the side and the 1 in the middle at the back. Okay, on our low level front load oscillating machines, low level or older rotary machines, especially 5mm width, that's all they had. A couple strips down the side and a little block in the back pulling the fabric along for us. As things have evolved and changed, they added, I'll hold up, this is the next step up versus this guy here. So you see on this one, we now have a set of teeth in the center at the front, as well as the big block in the center at the back. Okay, so giving us more grip around the needle hole for going up and feeding as we grab and pull. Okay. In between there, we also got wider with our sewing machines, 7mm and then 9mm machines. And so what they did was they added extra sets across the back in the center, and then to where we are on our top ones today, where we got extra sets across the center and the back, but we also have teeth in the front. Okay, so when our teeth come up, they are grabbing and pulling, okay, all around, as opposed to just a couple of fingers coming up and grabbing and pulling. Okay, make sense for everybody? Questions, comments, moans of despair, wails of depression, jumps of joy, yips of glee? If so, send them in on the comment section and we will do our best to help you. Then there's how the feed dogs work. Okay, so they come up and they travel and then they go down. Run forward. Yep, travel up, travel, and back. Okay. Now, in the older machines and the lower level machines, they're working kind of in an oval system. Okay, but that means when it's coming up, it doesn't have its full height through our needle plate while it's already starting to travel. Okay, so it's only got its full height in the small middle portion of its travel. Okay, and then as the lint builds up and stuff like that inside our teeth, there's even less and less actually showing and getting across for travel time. The more advanced and the newer machines at the mid and higher level work in a box system. Okay, so they actually come up fully and then travel and then drop down fully, come forward, up fully, travel. And you see the difference? A box gives me full height, full grip as I pull, and then I release. The oval system is coming up while it's traveling, starting to grab, but it's already starting its travel, and then when it's finishing its travel, it's already going down, so it's losing its grip. Okay, so those are some of the things that you're getting when you buy up in your machines that quite often the salespeople don't realize or don't even know about what's actually going on in there. Another thing is, okay, take these two guys for example. Okay, if I want to buy a walking foot for my machine, does it look like the same walking foot can be used on those? No. Okay, because the goal is to match your walking feet teeth up to the teeth down below, so that when they're gripping together. If you're gripping on wide like this and narrow like this, they're missing each other, so you're not getting a good grip, pinch, and pull. Okay. The walking feet that you attached, I don't remember if we talked about this yet or not, but the walking feet that you attached, I know we've done some stuff on AccuFeed and digital stuff. They're just a spring-loaded contraption along for the ride. Okay, so they're just reducing friction of your foot on the top. But once you get into your built-in walking foot systems, the FAV, Husqvarna, Baby Lock, Janome, they all have different names for them. They all work slightly differently, some better, some not as good. All of them are far superior to the basic screw-on walking foot. It's even more important at that point that the teeth that are coming down match up with the teeth below, okay, because you're pulling on the top and you're pulling on the bottom. It's not just a spring-loaded contraption along for the ride. Make sense? Yes. There's a little bit about feed dogs. Okay. One other thing I want to mention about feed dogs is we have these tracks in between. Okay, so you can see, I use my glasses as an example, there's a track in between. Okay, and whether we're at the low level or the big level, we have these tracks in between. Now lint builds up in there, and quite often people take their needle plate off, they take their bobbin case out, and they clean around the bobbin case and they pick stuff up, and they leave the lint build up in those teeth. Okay, now if this was my teeth sticking up and here's the tracks in between, as the lint builds up in there, there's less height of the teeth showing as the lint builds up. Okay, and my needle plate is here and the teeth are going to come through my needle plate and travel. Okay, but if there's too much lint built up, then the teeth can't get above the needle plate because you got that pack of dust bunny lint in there. Okay, dust bunnies are evil. They look cute and fuzzy, but they're like gremlins. They multiply, and when you're not looking, they damage your machine. Okay, you jump in pools, they eat after midnight, it's terrible. Okay, so you need to take and clean out in the track. A pair of tweezers, a little pick. Usually it's packed in there so tight that you can't just brush it out with a brush. You need to physically remove it with tweezers or a point pick and all that kind of thing. And that is me for today. Have a Merry Christmas, 323 sleeps, and I just figured out that's why you're doing green this time, getting ready for Christmas.
Yes, it's not Valentine's at all. Whoa.
You know,
that was interesting. I learned things, but I didn't know that this is really sad. I don't even want to mention how many years I've been sewing that I didn't know there was a set of teeth at the front as well.
On the higher end machines,
yes,
and only on the newer systems. So the older systems didn't have that option.
Okay.
So even at the lower end where we got teeth, that's a relatively new advancement. And when I say relatively new in the industry that's almost 200 years old, I'm talking in the last 20, 25 years.
Okay. But that is, and I know myself, like to clean out between the feed dogs. Yeah, you can't just blow on it and it'll move. You have got to use something to pull it out and get rid of it, because you could probably use it as a pipe cleaner because it gets packed. It really does get packed. So yeah, keep an eye on that. And you're going to check your feed dogs now, aren't you? Thanks, Tom.
Well, actually, I guess they both have been in relatively recent. but
Yeah, they have. Yeah, your
Yeah,
machines
so
have,
but I
so.
should double check it.
Yeah,
So,
I end the year with one. December is one machine, and January is the next one. So every year they come in and they get their little spa day. And the last time I took my one machine home, I took a picture of it in the front seat with the seatbelt wrapped around it and sent it to my daughter. She didn't get it. She didn't realize how important that was. That's because she doesn't sew.
that's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's
I think that's
I like
us
having
for
Tom. You know, because even though it's a simple thing, it just you get little tidbits
Yeah.
and helps you understand. So even though we know about feed dogs, generally there's still those little tidbits that just gives you a little bit more information about how they work, why they're important, and you know little
Exactly.
little
Yeah.
things and stuff, which just makes sewing that much when you're having an issue. You know, like this isn't quite working this way. You know, okay, it's not feeding quite right, but this is probably why. You know, your feed dogs, if you've got an older one, it's not catching because
Yeah.
it's the arch. Yeah.
This is true, and like to know, sometimes we just go merrily along and we sew, and the machine works so well that we don't even think about what it's doing. But as he was talking about the feed dogs, I'm thinking, how fast are those feed dogs moving? That every time it makes a stitch, it's coming up, across, down, and back. Every stitch.
Yeah, that's fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for not on my machine.
And
It's really slow.
Oh, you so slow? Or the
Embroidery, if I'm doing embroidery, I got that thing at max. If it's my other machine and I'm like sewing,
Yeah.
it's like turtle
Why?
because I can't sew straight. And if it goes real fast, I'm all over the place.
You know how you can practice your straight stitches, eh? Use lined paper, no thread, and stitch. Practice. Practice.
It's not
practice.
even just that. It's just like I swear, like every time I do whatever, I cannot sew straight, and it's like I'm totally hammered.
As soon as you say I can't, you're right.
So I
Anyway.
try, and so, but if I slow it down, I can control it better, and so then I'm not quite sewing like I'm hammered.
I sew full speed.
Yeah. So
Embroidery and sewing. Go. Get her done.
yeah.
That's my goal. Anyway, that's us for this week. And
Yeah, I think that's it.
yeah, it is. We will see you back same time next week.
Try and stay safe on those roads.
Yes. Be careful.
Be careful.
Slow down.
But
Watch for the other people.
take a moment, go out and build a snowman. You don't have to drive in it.
I'm not going to do that.
I'll send Sam over. He'll play in the snow.
Well, and he can do it. I won't. I'm sorry. Just no.
All right.
Sorry.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Have a great week.